The Collegian News is brought to you in part by Campus Recreation and Intramural Sports.
University Inn and Suites. Live here, save money.
Summer and Fall 2012 list of online courses with preliminary syllabus at utb.edu/online. Contact online student support, set B 2.320.
Choose your mascot. You get to vote for the next mascot for the University of Texas at Brownsville. After the preliminary elections, the following are the finalists: Ocelot, Vaquero, Bull Shark, Jaguarundi, and Parrot. The final election begins at 8 a.m. Monday, April 23rd, and ends at 4 p.m. Wednesday, April 25th, on My UTB Blackboard. Visit utb.edu/mascot to stay updated on the latest mascot news.
Hi, welcome to another edition of the Collegian News. I'm Melissa Ramirez.
And I'm Marlene Rodriguez.
The city of Brownsville has more parking revenue on its mind. Samantha Ruiz reports from City Hall.
City officials plan to add more parking meters throughout the city, but the meter rate will not go up yet. An ordinance passed by the Brownsville City Commission last Tuesday night only gives the city authority to place more meters. Traffic Director Robert Esparza told the Collegian in an interview before the meeting.
This is only to what the second reading is about. It's for to put meters in different areas of the city, not just the downtown area and University, be different areas of the city as city grows as needed. We're going to propose instead of 25 cents an hour, it's still 50 cents, and it'll be 50 cents an hour, but still it's way under other cities.
A separate ordinance to increase the meter rate must be presented to the Commission for consideration. Also getting more parking space in Brownsville are local taxicab drivers. Taxicab companies that operated at the Elizabeth Street Taxi Terminal will now operate in the Plaza and University Boulevard terminals.
For compliance, if a taxicab driver didn't pay their monthly fees, they could be dropped from rotation. And any other taxi cab company with approval could come in and take that slot. Well, that was the incentive to not let your registration go, or to not pay your fee. Well, now that you have 15 slots, if somebody doesn't pay, so the enforcement has changed where there's like late fees and suspension for the month. But our objective is obviously compliance, and the taxi drivers have committed. They're very committed to working like they always have with us, and we expect nothing else.
5 companies from the Elizabeth Street Terminal will not be included in the rotation. So every taxi cab company gets to be in one slot every day, Rodriguez said. Each company will spend 2 months at one of the 10 University Boulevard taxicab spaces and 1 month in one of 5 slots at the Plaza Terminal.
As you know, since the Plaza Center has opened.
For the Collegian News, I'm Samantha Reese.
The Student Government Association is addressing mascot concerns brought to light on the UTB TSC Student Government Association's Facebook group.
Senior Communication Major Frank Orozco voiced his complaint April 13th, saying, UTB fact, the current top 5 mascots weren't truly the top 5 picks from students and staff. Student and staff votes show that it was the Cavalry, Toros, Ocelot, Vaqueros, and Diamondbacks. Then why were the students and staff given a voice? Some of the mascot choices were eliminated because of the trademark issues, including Toros and Diamondbacks.
Any questions or comments or concerns?
And we didn't have that information at the time when we first started the research.
Originally, there were 200 choices on the mascot list. Martinez and Mari Fuentes Martin, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, said Craig Westheimer of the University of Texas System Office of Trademark and Licensing advised the mascot committee to shorten the list.
We found after the fact that we could not use Diamondbacks or Toros because there's already a lot of, I think in Austin there's already an NBA team called the Austin Toros, a D team. The Diamondbacks are also a baseball team, I believe. And then also the Miami Heat and some other things.
Last Tuesday's SGA meeting marks the last until next fall. A tearful Vice President of Administration, Normalinda Reina Vera, is among those who will not be returning.
It's been a wonderful, challenging year. I did send out my email expressing my thank yous to everybody. We had a lot of good challenges, but we did learn from them. And it was an experience for me, and I know for everyone else. And it was a good one. Everything is always good. And I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for everything that all y'all did in making this, everything possible. gonna miss a lot of y'all, and I wish y'all the best of luck in your future endeavors, like I said. And I'm still gonna be around, so if y'all ever need anything, don't hesitate to ever contact me. I'll always be here for you.
For the Collegian News, I'm Michelle Serrano.
Every week, the Collegian asks students around campus what issues they have.
Here's what they had to say for What's Your Beef.
What issue do you have with campus right now?
Well, I would really like for the rec to close later on because it closes really early and some people get out of work at that hour.
I do walk around campus a lot, so one issue I do have is the speeding around campus, the cars driving really fast around on the street. That's the only issue I have.
Provide more healthy food, I guess. You know, they have the deal with Chick-fil-A. They could make a deal with like a different restaurant that serves healthier things.
You know, it'd be nice if there were more variety of food options because one gets tired of eating Chick-fil-A all the time. And the rec center also does close a bit early. It'd be nice if it were open a little later.
The Reading and Writing Club is one of the most creative organizations on campus. Here's what they had to say on Club Spotlight.
President Gabriela Cavazos, what's the purpose of the club?
Our purpose is to promote reading and writing among UTB peers. Creative writing, mostly.
Treasurer Doreen Lucio, what are the club dues?
Do read and do write.
Secretary David Aguilar, what are the club activities?
Well, basically, we just want to get together to every other week to share our writing, do workshops for poetry, try to get better at ourselves in an environment where we can each analyze each other's work and try to grow as a writer.
And now we have this week's Sports Roundup with Valerie Secrets.
This week on Sports Roundup, the men's golf team competed in the conference tournament in Round Rock and finished in 4th place. Senior golfer Adam Haley fell one shot short of playoff for medalists. Here's the story. The UTB TSC men's golf team competed in the Red River Athletic Conference Tournament at the Terra Vista Golf Course in Round Rock April 16th and 17th, where it placed 4th overall. On the opening day of the tournament, UTB TSC was tied for the lead after the first round, but in the second round couldn't keep up the pace and dropped to 4th place. Senior golfer Adam Haley, however, tied the UTB TSC school record for best round with a 4 under par 68 to lead the Scorpions in the first round of the tournament. Haley finished the first day with a 1 over par 73 in the second round with a 141 total, which put him in position for a first place tie for the medalist lead with 2 other golfers. Vince Cavazos had a strong first round for the Scorpions with a 71 and a 77 in the second round for a 148. Eric Cavazos shot 74-75 for a 149, Marcos Cavazos 78-75 for a 153, and Anthony Milligan 77-77 for a 154. Haley was in a 3-way tie for medalists after 2 rounds of tournament April 16th with Aaron Flores of Our Lady of the Lake University and Zach Munson of Texas Wesleyan University. Each scored 141. Haley finished in 3rd place with a 215. Munson shot a 76 April 17th and finished it in 4th with a 216. The Red River Athletic Conference Tournament was the final collegiate tournament for seniors Adam Haley, Anthony Milligan, and Vince Cavazos. The women's golf team competes in its conference tournament today and Tuesday in Oklahoma City in the hope of making it to the Nationals in Greenville, Tennessee, May 15th through the 18th. The UTB TSC baseball team went up against the number 1 team in the NAIA, Louisiana State University Shreveport. The Scorpions won 1 of the 3 games they played. UTB TSC qualified for the conference tournament in Shreveport scheduled April 28th through May 1st. Here's the play. The UTB TSC baseball team will head to Shreveport, Louisiana this weekend for what will be the most important tournament of the season in the hope of making it to the national championship. Earlier this month, the team was in Shreveport to face off on the diamond against the number 1 team in the NAIA, the Louisiana State University Shreveport Pilots. Both teams met on the field in a doubleheader on April 13th, with UTB TSC stopping the Pilots in the first game 2-1. In Game 2, the Pilots barely edged the Scorpions 8-7. The Pilots took home the win on April 14th, 10-9, to keep their leading position in the Red River Athletic Conference standings with a 19-4 record. The Scorpions returned last Friday and Saturday for their final home game series of the season, playing against the University of the Southwest. A doubleheader was played last Friday starting at 4 p.m. and a single game followed at noon. The Scorpions hope to finish strong in the conference tournament in order to make it to the national championship May 10th, the location for which has yet to be announced. Finally, I met with junior golfer Kat Lira for this week's Athlete of the Week profile. Here's what she had to say. Who do you look up to?
I look up to my family. I'm the oldest of 4 children, and my younger 3 siblings, they each inspire me individually. My parents, my mother, and my father, they encourage me to do what I'm here to do, to chase my dream and to play golf.
If you could meet somebody famous, who would it be and why?
I would like to meet Will Ferrell. He's my favorite actor, and I'm always up for a good laugh.
Do you have any secret talents that people might not know about?
I wouldn't call it a talent, but I love to dance. I'm always dancing, even in my room, and when I'm out, I'll just be dancing.
What is your favorite thing about golf?
I love golf because you're in the outdoors, and it's you and nature and the sport you love. It takes your mind away from reality.
And what has your proudest moment been in golf?
When I first started golf, my freshman year in high school, I had my first invitational. It was me and my father. My father was my caddy, and it was just a good experience, and it was really eventful because my father means a lot to me, and it made me very proud to be with him. And he brought me into golf, so it's a good memory for me.
That's all I have for this week. Back to you, Marlene.
Thank you, Valerie. That wraps up our webcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Marlene Rodriguez.
And I'm Melissa Ramirez. Have a great day.